Gemini. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, y'all. Let us see, let us see. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for feminine? What does, I'm about to say, what does she, what do they need to know? See, when I say what does she, it's usually for a reason. What do they need to know? All right. Oh, what do they need to know? Disharmony, triggers. All right. Let's see. Watching, spying. Okay, I feel like distance, timeout. Somebody that you're at a distance from, or that you have on timeout, that you're not speaking to, you're not dealing with right now. This person is feeling away towards or about you because they are going through whatever they're going through with whoever they're with or around. Like, they're not harmonizing. Okay, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments. Okay, they don't communicate well. There's harsh communication between these two individuals. All right, and they're trying to get information on you, trying to figure you out, keep tabs on you, because you've blocked this person out and you've been emotionally or physically distant, or both. Okay, you know what's interesting about this? The other day I said something about being worlds away, right? And here it kind of looks the same. It looks like a person is worlds away. If they want to get to you, they have to ascend. They have to level up. If this person is in any way on some like low vibrational stuff and that's the energy they've been on, you don't deal with them. So you let them deal with their low vibrational connections, and they're watching you, keeping tabs on you, and envious of anyone who has access to you when they don't. Okay, you have fulfillment. It's because you're this person's wish. Okay, I'm hearing like dream girl, dream guy. You're their dream person. Okay, that's why. All right, wish fulfillment, success, achievements, happy outcome. Okay, why are you their dream person? Because they get along great with you. Seem like when y'all around each other, everything's fine. All right, but you may have noticed this person has some ways about them. Okay, and you're like, all right, like maybe they said something speaking harsh to you. You're like, oh, snip, snip. You know, like it didn't take you long. You're not about to go back and forth with nobody in a harsh manner. You're not doing that. Again, keeping yourself in a certain vibration. Let us see here. We have kisses, love, but they love you. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. They done fell in love with you. Okay? It's because you bring peace. All right? But you also protect your peace. So if this person can't bring you peace, just like you bring, you're like, oh no. Okay? I feel like something could have happened. Person could have got triggered. That's what twins do. If this is your twin soul, you triggered something inside of them. All right? It made them feel away, honey. This person could have also been in the energy of comparing others to you and getting upset because there's no comparison. Okay? They're trying to figure you out. It got to be something about you. Where the flaw? Where this? Where that? Child, even with your flaws, they fell in love with those. Okay? Yeah, so, but for those of them that are still holding on to karmic, it's like until debt tear us apart, until depth, you know. That's a shame. We got Saturn energy here. Restrictions, adversity, structure, learning karmic lessons, and maturity. This is a situation that's teaching them maturity. All right. And I know that's what it is because a lot of you have been feeling like your person is emotionally immature. Yeah, because when they feel away, they just, it's like, you got to get a better grip on that. You got to do better than that or something. Yeah, control. You got to do better. You want to control something, control yourself, control your emotions. But a lot of the time, people that are like erratic or explosive and things like that, they don't really have too much control over their emotions. So they try to control other things, other people, other situations, so they can feel in control of something. Nah, control you. Right here it says conflicts, mood swings, trust issues, manipulation, and patterns. Yeah, so you could have noticed this about this person, and that's what threw you off. Okay, I want more. You could have noticed that about this person, that threw you off. All right, we have Pluto. That's funny because Future on right now. Future, remember Pluto? Okay. So we have Death card, endings, resilience, transformation, and power. All right, Pluto is all about transformation and change. Saturn, karmic lessons. So you have two planets here right now, Pluto and Saturn. Saturn is what they're learning right now, going through this transformation change. They could be learning resilience too. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean explode. Okay? They're learning their power in this present moment. It's making them more attractive energetically. Probably physically too, shoot, you know? But it's making them more attractive energetically. So the things that they desire are naturally gravitating towards them. We have abundance, windfall, yeah. Gift, celebration, promotion, opportunity, successful ventures. Looking good, feminine. All right. And several times now that I mentioned financial windfall, okay, coming in. I know that's right, beloved. We have illusions, confusion. They realized they weren't seeing things clearly. They could have been caught up in a fantasy or something like that. Some of you feel like they were trying to get you caught up in a fantasy and you're going the direction of your north node towards your destiny. Okay? You found your life path. You've completed a lot of karmic challenges and you're being rewarded. Like you don't have karmic debt. Yeah, we got Jupiter here. Jupiter is the planet of blessings and miracles, action. All right, so expansion, growth, pursuing passions, adventure, new opportunities, and fortune. So great things coming in for you because you let go of illusions and confusion and anything that just doesn't feel good to your spirit. You don't doubt it. You're like, look, this don't feel good. This ain't it. You ain't second guessing it. It don't feel good. Like, you know, this is your divine masculine, but the energy that they're in right now, because they still have to complete their karmic lesson. Then them keep trying to escape. Yeah, and that's toxic. You can't escape. Okay, that's what's keeping you bound. When I mean escape, like, instead of them dealing with the things and sorting through the things, they're trying to avoid and, you know, drink, smoke, do stuff like that to avoid having to deal with whatever is in front of them. But all you're doing is skipping days, wasting time. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, imagine 21 days, 42 days, you know, so forth, so on, where you're not drinking, where you're not smoking. How much more power would you have? You know, and it's nothing wrong with doing what you do, how you do it. We grown. I'm just do what you do, how you do it. But I'm saying, like, when you're using that as a crutch or you're using that to avoid doing your soul level work, nah. See, again, addictions. Okay, so this is now multiple times that addictions has been mentioned. They're stuck in a trauma bond that they have with someone. So until debt tear them apart, okay? Oh, Lord, whether this is energetic debt or what. But over here, you got your abundance windfall. You don't need to be worried about that, okay? Straight up and down. That could be why they're watching you and sending you envy, because they see you having an abundance windfall. But the reason they're going through what they're going through is because they're holding on to a karmic energy that they're supposed to let go of. So that's why Spirit said until debt tears apart, because maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I have to put you in an uncomfortable situation for you to realize, oh, this ain't where I'm supposed to be, or I need to let this go, or something. Until then, you're going to stay right where you at. You're going to keep making the same kinds of decisions, same kinds of choices. That's not helping you, not getting you nowhere. All right? So they can't be mad at feminine for progressing and doing well. They should be upset with themselves for still doing the same damn thing. The same way. Yeah, reflecting. They need to reflect and do some shadow work. Exactly. I've been saying this all week. All right. Soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, void, period. Didn't I say something about void? The void. I keep bringing that up. Okay. Now, when I say all week, for me, you know, spiritual advisors, we take our days off here and there. But for the most part, we're working every day. So, I mean, over the last 7 days, this last week, that's what I've been saying. This person has a lot of shadow work to do. Things that they keep trying to avoid. They sense and feel unconditional love with you. They could have doubted it, thought it was something that was fake and fraudulent. But now that they don't have access to you the same way, they're like keeping tabs on you, wanting it, you know, all this stuff. Truth expression, that's the thing. You do love them, all right? You always gonna love them, but that don't mean you gotta be with them, and that don't mean you gotta be in love with them, right? Loving somebody and being in love with them, two different things, right? Wanting them to do well in life, wanting it to be a shared life, two different things, okay? So again, you do unconditionally love this person. You're on the vibration of unconditional love. You unconditionally love yourself, and you unconditionally love everybody, because you feel like we're all human. We're all here having a human experience, right? We're not all human. Let's be clear. I take that back. We're all here having a human experience. Those of us who are humans having a human experience. All right. And we all learn. We all make mistakes. We all do this. We all do that, right? So none of us are perfect. We all have our things. So the same way that I want to be loved, respected, treated, that's how I love, respect, and treat others. Okay? It's not fake. It's the truth. That's the thing. They weren't used to that. Okay? They're not used to the truth. All right? You're the truth. New perspective, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, communication. So you communicate how you feel. You communicate what's going on with you. You're honest when you do. So again, person's not used to that. They're used to conflict. They're used to somebody being with them, but also competing with them. They're used to somebody arguing with them, going at them, not remembering what they say, not remembering what they like. You remember everything. Person tells you something one time, they ain't got to tell you again. You remember. Why? Because you care about them. All right? You care about what they care about. You care about things that matter to them. Okay, it says logical, confident, assertive, protective. That's when the masculine energy is in the upright. When the masculine is in their best energy. They are logical, confident, assertive, and protective. All right, when they're in the worst of energies, they can be wounded, controlling, aggressive, and very egotistical. Okay, and I feel like that's the energy that they were in. But they were in that energy because of what they were dealing with, who they were dealing with. Okay, we got Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles before you even split the deck. Or before we shuffle, soon as we split the deck, so I say. Alright. The person is realizing that if they were to let this go, then they would rise to this level. But they keep holding on to illusion is because they're bound. They're bound by something, because something is a pattern that they already been doing or already been, you know, a part of for however long. They could feel stuck in a situation because they're around an energy vamp and somebody is draining all of their energy. They don't feel like they have the energy to move on or something. But again, they have to do energy work. They have to do shadow work. Okay? If I were masculine, I would just simply sit down and be like, all right, boom. Why am I so drawn to karmic? Write it all down. Okay, what drives me up a wall about karmic? Write it all down. Why am I so drawn to feminine? Okay, why do I feel this way about feminine? Because it doesn't feel like you drive them up a wall, but it feels like there's some sort of sadness there. But I really think the sadness is because you've been distant. And they've been put on a little timeout. All right. Yeah. See, Three of Swords is sadness. And what they want with you is Hierophant. Hierophant is commitment and marriage. But you don't want commitment and marriage with this toxic energy. So again, back to the shadow work. They could have been projecting too. Like they're toxic as all I don't know what. You've been doing all your spiritual work for years. And this person's like, you toxic. You like, what? You must have thought you was talking to karmic for 2.5 seconds. You know, you removed yourself. You removed yourself. You must have thought you was talking to karmic for 2.5 seconds. I know that's how y'all conversations go, but we don't talk to each other like that over here. All right. Let us see. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? Yep, Ten of Swords. It's a lot of betrayal. It's a lot of backstabbing. It's a lot of just... They don't treat each other well. All right, Wheel of Fortune. I understand why the person wants to move forward, but it's like they're not letting the wheel spin. All right. We got the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is clarity, is truth. The person is watching you. Whatever they're seeing, they want to talk to you about. Knight of Cups. They want to come towards you and express affection. Strength card. But it takes true courage here. after, you know, you blocked them or you've been on retreat or whatever. You've been emotionally distant. Person is wondering, is it done? Is it over? The World, the Ten of Swords. All right, the Hermit. Yeah, because you've been in hermit mode. Isn't that what it said too? You've been in hermit mode. You've been doing your own reflecting. All right, Queen of Swords. So it's coming across as very cold to them, but you're not being cold. You're just being logical. So they might feel like you're in your masculine energy, but that's the thing. You have to come into union within self before you can come into union outside in the physical. Like your feminine and masculine energy, we all have both within us. So right now, if you're in your masculine energy, it's because you're being more logical. You're being more assertive, and you're protecting yourself. Remember that masculine energy, you know what you want. It's like they need to tap more into their feminine side of things and start expressing their emotions and creating a way about this situation and manifesting their heart's desires, because they worried about you being in your masculine energy, but you have to be right now. Okay, it's like you're being balanced. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. So when I tell you this person thinks a lot about you, okay, a lot. And then again with that Jupiter, okay, fulfillment of wishes, that's what they think about. They wonder if they're going to get this wish fulfilled. Nine of Pentacles. They see you as this very abundant, confident person, very successful. All right, someone who's in a state of their life where they're celebrating their accomplishments and things like that. Okay, another reason why you've been keeping your distance, because it's like you're in a new space and you really wanted to celebrate this new energy with them, but it feels like they were just too distracted with whatever energy was around them. And also they kept projecting a lot of that energy into y'all's connection. Two separate things. But with the Palace of Wands coming out here over kisses, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of fire between you and this person. So as I say that, we got the Sun card. All right. A lot of joy. All right. A lot of fifth house energy there too. All right. Passion, romance, creativity. Okay. With that Wands. All right, then we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, until death tears us apart. This is a very burdensome situation. It came out, their situation came out as disharmony and until death do us part. Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Nothing about this looks good. Okay, so when you're like, well, why they keep coming back? All right, better question would be, why wouldn't they just drop the burden? If it's that burdensome, if it's that difficult, just drop the burden. All right, but you want to walk around carrying it, carrying the dough. Okay, well then. Okay, so you can't be mad with feminine for being in her Nine of Pentacles energy. You know, you could be in your 9, 10 of Pentacles energy too if you drop the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. All right, you got the King of Wands here. Yeah, it's about action. Take the action. Okay, got the Moon here. Not everything is as it appears to be. Person could be making it seem like it's all well. It's not. Okay, we have the Empress and the Six of Wands. I feel like they recognize something about you, Divine Feminine, or they want to bring something to your awareness. One or the other. Okay, let us see. Thank you, Spirit. Messages here for my feminines. We got the Nine of Pentacles and the Sun. Yeah, it's like you let something go, and when you did, your energy transformed. Everything about you transformed. And because everything is energy, you know, your money grew, everything like that. Right? And so I feel like what this person is learning, what they're getting here from this is like, let the situation go so that you're no longer burdened. You know, tap back into source. And then again, you will experience the same abundance windfall. That's what I'm getting. They're seeing it clear. They're getting the message. But it's up to them to follow through. Remember, they're comfortable. They're comfortable where they're at. All right, Six of Swords. They were wondering why you're so distant, but they've been watching you and they understand. You're only investing your energy. Seven of Pentacles. If it's going to lead to a Four of Wands situation. Four of Wands being twin flame union, stable twin flame union. If it's not, then what are we doing? Okay, it's no point. It's no point at all. All right, we got the Five of Cups. Regret, remorse over having done or said something a certain type of way. Again, they could have communicated with you in a way that they're used to communicating with karmic. Didn't work. You ain't doing it. All right. person might be trying to find a way to creep back into your life, honey. Again, there's no creeping back in. Do the work. All right? Do the work. We have Ace of Cups. Yeah, they want to make this love offer to you. All right? They want to bring to your awareness that they're in love. Okay? Because maybe you don't know that. Maybe you know they love you, but do you know the extent of it? Right? That's where they're coming from. Like, how could you walk away from me? This is how I feel. You like, this is how you feel. Then this is what you need to be doing. Because I can't be with someone who's in this vibration, who's, you know, in this energy. All right, you got to raise up out of that. Okay, now I have no problem working with you as you work through it, but you cannot be projecting whatever you know, going through over there onto me. Yeah, the Lovers, you have no problem being right there for your person, because I'm sure they have no problem being right there for you. All right, they probably said it to you like, I'll do it again, I'll do it again, I'll always be there for you. Okay, because it's your divine masculine, right? So sweet. So I'm like, I'm sure you'll always be there for them. But first of all, they got to speak up. You express your truth. You let it be known how you're feeling. You let it be known how it is that you may need them to show up in that time. They not doing that. All right. So it's like they want you to play guessing game. No. So this is why they have to bring these things to your awareness. Tell you what's going on. Make it plain and simple. All right. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. This is what I've been dealing with. Okay. You being a divine counterpart to them, unconditional love existing between the two of you. I don't see you shunning the person or talking to them in a demeaning manner or anything like that when they come to you with these truths. All right. If anything, I feel like you gain more respect for the person because they can be authentic. Authenticity is attractive. Okay. We have the Ace of Coins. So 3 aces. All right. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. They want to have this 10 of Pentacles with you is what I'm saying. But in order to do that, they would have to release the burden, let go of something that's already not good for them. This person feels taken for granted. They feel taken advantage of. They feel unappreciated. All right, we have the Emperor and the 10 of Coins. Now, this is not for you to be like, oh, baby, that's how you feel. Come over here. I'm going to take care of you, baby. No, this is for them to be like, I don't feel good in this situation. I'm not being appreciated as the Emperor that I am, the masculine energy that I am. I have to step into my power and be like, Ace of Swords, this ain't it. Because 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, like, just as a boy mom, that's not something I would ever want my sons to experience, go through, or feel. And I pray to God that in the event they were to ever feel like that, they have the backbone and the strength that I put enough love into them that they be like, you know what, this ain't for me. You ain't loving me the way I need to be loved. All right? Because men need to be able to stand up for themselves in that essence as well. You just hold masculine energy. Okay, and you've been over here living in some sort of illusion. We have illusions and fears here. Look, illusions. I feel like the illusion was of stability. I feel like this karmic presented an illusion of stability to your person. They believed it. Lo and behold, they were the ones with the burden on them. Now the person is sitting here confused because they feel like they didn't see something clearly and they got caught up in a situation that led to addictions. Okay, because something was a fantasy. So things that they probably weren't even doing before. Habits they didn't even have before. Well, they have them now. Okay. They did something staying in their comfort zone. But in order to grow, and when you're going the direction of your north node, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're doing things to challenge yourself to grow and evolve. You're not staying the same. Okay. So let us see. Again, back to the reflecting in the shadow work. Ace of Coins is my engagement ring. 2 of Wands is having to pick and choose which path you want to take. So again, you can stay the same, which we see how that's going for the masculine. It's not that great. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands is not great at all. All right, so you can stay the same, keep doing the same thing, get the same results, or you can do something different. You can go a different path and get a different result. You can live the, walk the path of your truth. Express your truth. All right, but this person has been heartbroken, shattered, beat down, weighed down in karmic situation. They have to do some cleansing and healing prior to coming towards you to make this offer, but that's what they want to make. Okay. We have the Devil. Yeah, in so many ways, it's like you're not trapped. You just have to express your truth and get up out of this situation. Otherwise, you can stay in that situation. All right. Ciao. I mean, it's 2 choices. All right. We got the 9 of Swords. And what is this wanting to come out with it? The 4 of Pentacles. They're worried that somebody's going to be trying to hold on to them, that they're not going to let them go. 8 of Pentacles. It's is about them taking action, truthfully speaking. Like, let us see more on this Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. We're not about to coddle this person. If you don't want to be with the karmic, don't be with the karmic. Leave. Okay, Ten of Swords. We have the Star card. They're praying for a way out. All right, Ten of Wands. Karmic may have got them so intertwined with them that it's like they have to do a lot in order to get about or something like that. All intentional, obviously. Ten of Wands. Three of Pentacles. This one is Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about skills and working together, teamwork. They thought they was going to have a teammate, or they thought they was going to have a partner, but everything is on them. That's what I get from that. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Not everything is as it appears to be. This person presented themselves to be a certain way, and they're not that at all. Okay. Seven of Cups. So yeah, it was an illusion. They presented themselves to be a certain way. They're not that at all. Masculine feels bamboozled. Okay. Let us see. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. We have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. All right. Yeah, person is yearning for intimacy, a new beginning. They want to try again, start over. All right, let's try again. Let's do things different this time, though. That's what I'm getting at. Let's do things different this time. All right, we have elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. They feel like they were caught up in a web of lies. Okay. They feel like they got totally distracted by something that wasn't even real. Okay, clinging. Now they want to hold on to you again with the spying, obsessing. All right, this person is so into their feminine. It's like they can't get over you, can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, see, thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. Can't stop thinking about you, can't stop missing you, child. And I mean, I see why. The energy around them is not the best. Okay, somebody presented themselves to be one way and they're not. Now all they want to do is run away from that person, but they feel like you're avoiding them or pushing them away. Some of you have this person blocked, okay? Literally blocked them out, not responding, you know, that type of thing. Yeah, see, running. They feel like you're running from them. All right? They feel like you are pulling or disappearing at, or you're trying to. I feel like this person, if in any way they can reach out, they're going to, because they don't want you to try to disappear. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? You know? Stress. This person is stressed out. I feel like you were their peace. Again, you brought a lot of peace, but if this person is not going to bring the same thing for you, you're like, oh no. Okay, person is reaching their breaking point, but that might be what's necessary. They need to reach a breaking point to make a major move, to make a difference, to do something, you know, they ain't done yet. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. Person could have been trying to hide their feelings, but it's not working. All right, they could have been trying to hide they were going through karma, that they were getting certain consequences. Yeah, see, debts. That's the second time. So it's like these are the consequences for having done something a certain way or having made a certain choice in the past. Now it's like all they can do is move forward and do different as they go forward. That's it. You can't go backwards. We have waiting cycles and moments. All right, I feel like this person is waiting on you to come back, or they're wondering when that's going to be, because, you know, it's been a minute. We have mistakes, okay? I feel like they made a mistake or major mistakes as to where now they have to learn these karmic lessons that they don't want to learn. They want to be with you. They don't want to be with this person. Yeah, see, they're ready to let it go, move on, and walk away. But they haven't completed the lesson yet. All right, they haven't completed the lesson yet. So that's what they're doing right now. All right, as we speak, learning what they need to so that they can complete the lesson. They want to be with their twin flame. Okay. They want to be with their twin soul, the person that they feel like they have these shared feelings with. That is their reflection soul. Their true soul mate. That's what they want to be with. Okay. Yep. They're thinking a lot about you. wanting to confide in you, tell you some things that's been going on, craving that intimacy and that closeness that exists between the two of you. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. All right, we have silence. Yeah, you're not speaking right now. Not saying too much, not doing too much. All right. Person is missing their twin. Okay. Rejection, yeah. They feel like you're dismissing them. They feel abandoned. All right. Some of you are just waiting on this person to speak truth about y'all. You know, whatever they're going through with karmic, it's like, that's what you're going through with karmic. You know what I'm saying? If they want to confide in you, you're open to hearing it. You don't judge them. You know, they ain't got to worry about you throwing that back in their face. You know, but it's just like they can't project. You know, and I feel like that's why they were projecting, because the things they were going through, they weren't talking to you about. They was just going through them and keeping them to themselves, and then coming at you with the rah-rah. You're like, where is this energy coming from? It's not coming from me, because that doesn't exist between us. You know, I'm not saying that y'all won't ever get upset or y'all won't ever have disagreements, but whoever I'm talking to, I don't feel that rah-rah energy between you and your twin. So when they bring that to you, it's like, well, where is this coming from? Because it ain't from us, okay? So again, it's like you left them to deal with the energy that they were, you know, in. And I'm feeling like it's making it painfully obvious to them that it's not y'all, it's them and the person they're with, and they gotta do something about that. Okay, got nothing to do with you. Okay. But yeah, we have obsession again, so triple confirmation on that. This person feels like they are addicted to you. All right. They are addicted to you, honey. They don't need that other stuff if they have you. Child. They don't need that other stuff if they have you. Alright, yeah, they're going through a lot of things. It could be a tower moment about to happen in this person's life, because Spirit's already told them what adjustments need to be made in order to get what they want, but they haven't made those adjustments yet. So, tower moment feels like it's coming. Right, because there's a lot of distance right now, and they really not liking that. They want to go deeper with you. They want to show you that they value you, that they value this connection. They really don't appreciate the distance and the space between you right now. Again, they feel like you're trying to run away from them, or you're trying to avoid them. But what they want is to start over, because they're wanting this intimacy with you. They're wanting this closeness. All right, person wants to be as close to you as they possibly can. In order to have that, they're going to have to, again, make the necessary adjustments. All right, but those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and heavers.